The Corrs are an Irish band who've been selling more records since the 90s and dominate the charts every single year with their rich infusion of Celtic and pop rock. They have dominated the charts with their brilliant instrumental music and their classic tunes of songs. And since they have took a hiatus for some time now, they have released albums like Bring on the Night and Jupiter Calling. But we're not going to listen to those two albums, but we are going to listen to their 25th anniversary album, Talk on Corners, which has been released 25 years ago. And they are celebrating the tour with their opening act, Natalie Imbruglia. And, and they're also opening up the Queen of Pop and Country star Shania Twain in the British Summertime Festival. And today we are reviewing the Corrs' 25th anniversary album, Talk on Corners. Hi everybody, same night, same time, same Sunday and everything else. I have decided I'm going to be doing like a recording sesh of all the albums that I have been reviewing over the weekend to present you guys, because you know the let's talk about music is slightly going down, so I just thought, you know, let's keep it up a notch, okay? So I hope you enjoyed Beyonce, but this one is a album review that was released 25 years ago, and they are celebrating the album with a tour with Natalie Imbruglia included. And this is by the Corrs and their album Talk on Corners. Now, I'm just going to throw this out for you. This, I mean, absolutely no disrespect to anyone I talk about or critique on their work. This is strictly based on my opinions, and my opinions are mine and mine alone. Please do not attack me if your opinions are different to mine. Let's keep it all peace and love and everything else. Every time we fact check our information and sources that are being from the internet, no action will be taking place against the artist or the artist alone. And all being said, let's get on to the album review for its 25th anniversary of Talk on Corners. Now, the album presented a clear presentation of pure Celtic and pop rock vibe, because this is what the Corrs are very well known for, with their huge Celtic and pop rock themes that blast through, and their sound is so good. Literally, like So Young was definitely pop rock and everything else, and then when it gets nice and soft and smooth coming down, you can hear the bit of the Celtic sounds with the violins and all sorts. Now, the lead singer, Andrea Corr, she actually plays the flute, and all the other instruments include with the flute and everything. She does play an instrument. She's not just a singer, and she plays the flute alongside as well. I really enjoyed this album. I really do. It's one of my absolute favorites. I love the Corrs since I heard Breathless, Runaway, Forgive and Not Forgotten, So Young, and Only When I Sleep. Um, the album has some real great classics like When I Sleep, like we just mentioned, their cover song of Fleetwood Mac Dreams, and but for this one on their cover they did, it was a remix, and I actually heard their original style. It was like this nice, soft, gentle Celtic sound, which is so rich and so nice to listen to. But on this version of this album, they didn't release the 25th anniversary or anything else. I'm just reviewing their original album that I found on Spotify. So they haven't released it yet. I just want to make this video to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Corrs album Talk on Corners. So on this one, I found it was a little bit weird because it wasn't their original song. It wasn't their original cover. It sounded very dancey, some very jumpy, and everything else. Which when Fleetwood Mac did Dreams, and that's the from the original, they never used dance music or dancey vibes or anything else. So having that on this album on Spotify was a little bit weird, like really weird. I've like never expected that to happen. But that's just me. I just didn't like that version at all. I preferred the original source, which is nice and gentle and easy. I just feel like Spotify could have delivered that or anything. I think they tried to, but I don't know it. But in talks of deep cuts, that I love a good deep cut on a classic band like the Corrs. I really personally really enjoy don't say look I think it says don't say you love me. I'll put it in the titles, which is fine, and hopelessly addicted, because they are vibrate with so much Celtic, and the melodies and the songwriting. They're like true ballad tones, which I really do like, and I always like a good ballad to make you feel with the tensions blasting and everything else. But with this one, with Celtic sounds and a little bit of pop playing around, it made the songs more powerful and more connected. Like, I tell you this, I love the sound of Celtic music with pop and rock albums, because they bring out a very nice, crisp and fresh take on the music side, and it feels really nice. So I really do enjoy that part when I was listening to the calls. Now, the Corrs are really well known for their instrumental pieces. Like, they did one of my absolute favorites called Toss the Feather, which is absolutely fun. If you are in a nightclub or anything else, please play Toss the Feather. It's a real banger. Like my sister went to Ireland plenty of times, and I've been to Ireland like when I was very young, and playing they normally play Toss the Feather, which is a real hot upbeating track, which is just so good. And how they done it with all their different instruments and playing around, and with the guitar playing alongside with it, it's just fantastic. For this one that I was listening to, called Paddy McAfee, again, it sounds like really dancey. I just don't know what kind of album, what genre of the album I was listening to. The Spotify didn't really say anything or anything else, but it felt a little bit dancey and chilled out and everything else, which is really good. And it felt like a really nice change. And then they brought the Celtic sound, like, reappeared. It just sound so good. It sound amazing. Quality, it was just sound really good, and I just love that nice chill moment in there. I feel like with Dreams as well, I really wish I could have listened, had the original source, the original song, because it's such a good track. How they done it with the Celtic sounds, but this one on Spotify was just really dancey, and it just takes away the meaning of what the calls are. You still hear the Celtic sounds, like the violin and everything else, but for this, but I prefer that than the dancey tune. I don't know. It's not my favorite on this one. Queen of Hollywood is absolutely an amazing track on the in deep cut moment, because it was just so Celtic and so upbeating. I really did love that track so much. It was just incredible to listen to that. I think they did release it. I don't know, but it's a very underrated song. So go and check that out if you can do. And lastly, I really love No Good For Me and Little Wing as well, because those songs are real power ballads. Like I did mention that the other tracks as well, but if you're going to make a power ballad, you've got to make it like a strong meaning, that something you really, really want. And the Corrs really delivered that. It was just so perfect how they really written it up and everything else. I just really like that Celtic power and that ballad power, the music, because the singing was amazing by Andrea Corr, who's just absolutely brilliant, and they just sound so perfect. And just to let you know about the Corrs, they are a family band. They are brother and sister, and they work so well together. Then they never really split up. They just took hiatus because of family and everything else. And they are just brilliant to work together. I would, if I ever had a free ticket to go see the Corrs live, I would I would pay like my whole house. I would pay anything, like the studio behind me, record player, take it, literally take it, and I would have a ticket to go see the Corrs live, because I watched their concert on a on streaming service, and their concert is just so good. It's so peaceful and relaxing and amazing, and I really love how they write their music, writes lyrics, lyric writing, and how they made the music is just so perfect and wonderful. It's just absolutely incredible. My overall opinion of this album, I loved it. It's a classic of of all, and it's still brilliant after 25 years. I feel like with Spotify, this is mainly Spotify, um Spotify presenting that dance track of Dreams. I wish I could have listened to the original. I think the original is on their greatest hits albums, but I prefer the original track. I prefer the less of the dancey stuff and everything else. Because if you hear me out for the Corrs are really good with Celtic and pop rock. They're really good with Celtic and pop rock mixing well together, and it sound always great to listen to that style and that vibe and everything else. But with Celtic and pop rock and dance mixed together, not a big fan. Not a big fan. But to tell you this, the Corrs will always be my favorite band. Talk on Corners will always be my favorite album, regardless, and everything else. I wish Spotify present that on that album. I think they will do if they release the official greatest hits, which we will try. We will try, because they might bring out new tracks and new songs they could have released and everything. I'm quite open to do that, so maybe this is a part one. Who knows? But they are definitely doing a tour with Natalie Imbruglia. And funny note, I had tickets to go see Natalie Imbruglia when she came to Nottingham at a venue called Rescue Rooms. She was going to perform there. Me and my dad were going to go. And then she postponed, and it took a very, very long time. And I just don't think the tour ever happened, so they cancelled it. We managed to get our money back and everything else, but it was a real big shame, because I would love to go see Natalie Imbruglia live, because she's just an incredible artist. And yeah, but hopefully one day, maybe this year, I'll go see the Corrs in Sheffield. I would easily travel to Sheffield, and I would definitely travel to London to see them if I can, and also to see Natalie Imbruglia as well. That will be a concert of a lifetime to see these two performing, these 90s giantess and giants. And yeah, because they're the Corrs are brother and sister as well. So my overall opinion of the album, brilliant, absolutely fantastic, and thank you for watching. I will be editing and making another video and another video till I only got two maximum 2 more videos to do. I hope you're enjoying this weekend. I know it's cloudy and miserable in the UK, which, let's have some sun. But it's April. It's known for April showers. Hopefully when April move out of the way and May comes along, we're going to enjoy some nice, lovely sun. I just hope the sun will... Sorry, I'm not picking my nose, I'm scratching it. So hopefully it will come. But thank you for watching, and I hope I'll see you again in the next video. Stay in tune. Bye!